Hi everybody, this is Dana Chrysler. I'm the owner and photographer with Bella Vita Creative. And I decided, well, to be perfectly honest with you, I chickened out. I was going to do a Facebook Live and I've never done one before, and I just thought, I kind of wanted to have a little bit more control over what I was doing. So anyway, the whole purpose of this video is I would like to show you guys just a few ideas and examples of things that I have in my own home that are how I display my family photos, plus a couple of other samples. And the reason I decided to do this is because, well, let's face it, a lot of people these days don't get their family photos printed. I can't tell you how many times I have done photography for families or people, and they have really good intentions. I totally get it. I'm the same way. I'm preaching to the choir here. But we have good intentions. We put our photos up on social media. We get lots of great feedback. People, click on it, give it a like, make some nice comment, and then we just never get around to printing our photos. I'm kind of an evangelist about this these days because I grew up with printed photos, and I know now that I'm at the age where I am how meaningful those photos are. They really do increase in value over time, and especially as you start to pass on your photos to your children and your grandchildren. And I've had personal experience with that. So one of the things I wanted to tell you, I don't know if you guys have read about this or not, and I'm not just telling you this because I'm a photographer. I think it's fascinating, and I will be happy to put the link with this video so you can find out about this study. But they did a study, I think it was through a university, Emory University, if I recall correctly. They did a study about children that have family photos displayed in their home. I'm not quite sure the details of how they did the study, but what they found was a common factor of children who had good self-esteem was that they had family photos displayed in their home. I mean, isn't that interesting? And the idea behind that is that children who grew up in a home that not only shares oral history, but also displays the family photos and the photos of the children in the home, sends the message to their children that they're important and that they have a place in this world and that they're valued. And I know I personally grew up in a home where we had family photos displayed, and I've done that all my life. Long before I was a photographer, I lined my stairwells with family photos, and then you can see here I have family photos. So I think it's really important, and it just, what can I say? If you are someone who is one of my clients or follows me, you're part of my tribe. You know what I'm talking about, and so I'm just trying to spread the word. It's harder and harder in our culture. One other thing I want to mention before I show these photos, I know you're probably going, will she just be quiet so I can get on to the good stuff? But one thing I wanted to share with you guys is that it really is true. When I started in photography 5 years ago, I used to give my clients DVDs. And now that media is going away. Then it was USBs. Now that's going away, and now everything's in the cloud. And it's a little dicey having everything in the cloud. I know a lot of people say, well, I have it stored on my hard drive on my computer, but hard drives crash. So for example, I just talked to someone I know, a young mother, who told me that she recently lost all of the photos on her cell phone. And that's sad, So I know it's hard. I have to urge myself to go print things, but if you have favorites, I just encourage you, get them printed, take the time, even spend the money. A lot of people go, well, it costs a lot of money to do that, but you know what? A lot of people are spending money, every day at Starbucks, or, people actually do spend money on a lot of things that are kind of, well, it's of value to them, but I'm the same way. I spend money on things that are kind of frivolous. But when you think about the value you have from photos that get passed down, especially when maybe someone passes away, that's when you really find out the value of photos. Anyway, I'm not going to go there because that's a whole different story. I'm just going to hop right into what I am doing the video for anyway. So I'm going to show you the very first thing that I wanted. This is actually the thing that prompted me to do this video. I wanted to show you guys this because this is an image that I took of my two granddaughters that I just love. It's a vintage kind of style, And so I just had it framed and matted with and a glass put in. It's a museum type glass so that it doesn't reflect quite as much as regular glass. But I wanted a very traditional look to it to hang in my home, and I'm like beyond excited about it. That's one of the reasons I'm doing this video, is I just wanted to share it with somebody. I'm so excited. But this is the kind of stuff you can do. This is very traditional, and now I'm going to show you a couple other things you can do with your images that maybe aren't quite so traditional. So one of the things that I offer is, it's called a standout, and this is very, very lightweight. And it's very popular. The sides are kind of like a bamboo, but you can get them in a black and a white or whatever color you want. And they're pretty thick too, but they're very, very lightweight. And they have kind of a little bit, I don't know if you can tell, they have a little bit of a shiny surface. And so they're just really lovely, and they're not super expensive. So this is another way that you can display your images. Now the next thing I'm going to show you is one of my favorites. It's a little bit more modern. This is called a metal print. And this is one of the things I love about metal prints. I'm trying to get it so that it's not quite so reflective. But one of the things I love about metal prints is that the colors, it's just so vibrant and clear. I mean, I just really love them. And this is a big hit with seniors in high school, but it's also, I mean, anybody can use these. It's not real heavy. It's pretty light. But I think this is a beautiful image, and I think that the metal just really sets it off. So that's another thing that if you've never tried printing on metal, you might want to consider. I have two more things to show you. So the next thing I'm going to show you is something that I love, 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 love. And this is an acrylic. This is an actual, this is going to be a little bit harder to not get reflection, but this is a metallic print with acrylic overlaid, and it's very, very heavy and large. And I keep this one as a sample, but in all honesty, if I had a wedding today and I had a wedding picture like this, this is what I would be printing. I would be printing it on an acrylic, metallic acrylic. The colors, I don't know if you can tell in the video, but the colors are, they are just like, I mean, you should have seen me when I opened this up from the company that sent it to me. I just like went, oh, you know, Nirvana. Yes, I do get excited about things like that, even when it's not my own family members. And the last thing I want to show you is this acrylic print. So this is my granddaughter's also, and this is like really fun to for people that want to maybe have a desktop, like for an office. Or I have this particular one on a little end table in my living room. But my husband has this exact product, same size, it's a 5x7, in his office at work. And he loves it, and he loves, of course, to show off his grandchildren. But you can see it's kind of thick, has a nice backing, and it has a really nice stable stand, so you can just sit it down and move it wherever you want. So that's all I really had to show you guys today. I just would encourage you to keep your family memories, print. If you have any questions or interested in photography, please put a comment below. I'll get back to anybody who contacts me or comments below. And so have a beautiful day. Thank you. Bye-bye.